This video, as you can tell by the title, is for the handmade sling I got for my TAC 41 by Silverback. And it is a handmade sling because I wanted something different than just any generic old sling like the one I already had, because that didn't really match the vibe I was going for. And when I open it up, you'll see why I wanted that particular type of sling. A little bit about the person who made it. So Dagger Charlie is pseudonym, so to speak, and he basically makes and crafts with paracord for as a sort of relaxation therapy. And he basically makes anything from slings to remembrance bracelets to anything in between. So if there is like a project you want, you can always ask him, and chances are he can help you out. His variety of what he makes with paracord is quite substantial. Another thing was dog leashes, so you get the general idea of what you can expect. I'll put a link to his Instagram down below. You can contact him. The turnaround for the job he does isn't long, but you have to keep in mind he always has to make sure he doesn't overbuy on resources. So you might have to wait. I'm not talking like it's not long at all, but I'm just putting that up there, that there's a few more people so you can order resources and not have like a bunch left over, because at the end of the day, that's logical. So all in all, even with the wait for the other people, it was a very quick turnaround. So the wait wasn't long at all. I think once he sent it, it was here in 2 days. I'm not sure, I keep forgetting where he lives, but that doesn't matter. Well, maybe that matters depending on where you live if you want one. But anyways, he works fast. It's a quick turnaround, and the price is, for what he does, I think worth it, at least for what I bought. So I can only judge on what I see, what I have, and I feel it's worth the money. So I paid about around 120, 130 euros, including shipping and all of that. So he will, the last thing I wanted to say is he will keep you updated on the progress, any delays and all of that. It's easy interaction, dependable, all of that. So there is no hesitation if you want something like I have or something else he makes. There's no need. It's very trustworthy and correct. So without further ado, sorry for the long intro, we'll go to the matter at hand, which is the sling I bought. So this is the envelope. I won't show this side because that's my address. So a nice padded envelope. These are very sturdy, and it's a sling, so adequate protection for what it is. And it's priority mailed, so that's nice. So what do we have inside? We have the fabricated sling itself. Oops, sorry, this is something else. And this is also something else. So this is the sling itself. And then these are a few, I think in English they call them tidbits. So this one first. So basically he has a sort of, so you specify color and what you want, and I wanted a sort of green camo. So basically the leftovers, he doesn't throw them away or anything. He actually makes stuff out of the leftovers. So in this case, he made a bracelet for around your arm, which you can adjust accordingly. So nothing goes to waste, which is very nice. And as you can already see on this one, the woven, there's no excessive gaps, so it's all the same. So all hand woven, and all the knots are like exactly the same. There is no, and the ends are nicely burnt off, melted to avoid fraying. So very nice craftsmanship and very consistent. So that's, and then from the smallest leftovers he made these, which are like well, not necessarily sort of when you have let's say a fanny pack and you have those rings on it, then this is something you can attach to the rings to make opening and closing easier. So these are sort of for zippers, closing and opening zippers and stuff like that. So you attach those to those. That's what these are for. So we made these two. So these come with the sling, so it doesn't throw anything away. You get these extras, so that's a nice touch. And then also he writes a small thank you note, which he includes with the package. So it's a very nice touch, I feel. Instead of just throwing it away, he turns it into something useful, which is quite nice. So you actually get what you pay for. So there's nothing thrown away or kept behind. And then we come to the main product itself, which is the sling. Now, in this case, we have an adjustable sling. So that's why the paracord section stops here, because here we have the adjustable part. I'll just look through the, so it is about 80 centimeters long in its smallest configuration and about 170 centimeters in its widest configuration, give or take, because it's handmade, so there is, you have to give it a bit of discrepancy, as they call it. Okay, so we'll just look over the overall quality of the product at hand. So again, you can see the very nicely woven and tightly woven, consistent weaving of the paracord. And on this end, we have the QD sling point. Basically, I'm not sure if, no, it's not very visible. Yeah, basically QD means that you have those circular mounts on your replicas. Some have those ready-made, others don't, and you have to attach them with aftermarket pieces. And basically these ball bearings, when you push in, the ball bearings will release, and then you can pull it out by pressing this. And when you leave it out, you basically, these go out and grip themselves inside the circular mounting hole, so to speak. So that's what a QD point means. Now, I went for QD, but you can ask for a different mode of attachment, the more classic clasp option. So that's your own choice. That's something you'll have to specify if you want one of these slings made. Now, color-wise, as you can see, I went for a sort of camo green. So, because it's for the TAC 41 sniper, so I wanted to have a more camouflagey color. So that's why I went for this. Now I'll just move further down first before I explain the rest. As we come to here, again, you can see he used nice quality guide rings, maybe. I don't know what you call these, but you can see those are nice quality. They don't feel cheap at all. I've seen quite a few, so I quite like the overall build quality of this as well. And then we come to the adjustable part, which is this very nice, I forgot the name, but I'll put it down in the description. So this is our adjustable piece, and you can see again those very nice rings, let's call them. And here we have our slack piece, which is again very nicely finished off, so there's no fraying. He says you can actually, he left a bit of slack on it, as you can see. So if you think there's too much slack, just snip it off with a lighter and then make sure so it doesn't fray. Not the most complicated thing in the world, not to worry. So then we come to the other side, which is basically a mirror of the part I just showed you, with again a QD mount on the other end. But you can see if we compare both sides, I'll hold them like this. There's there's maybe like difference in the way they go, but there is no difference in the consistency, let's say that. So that's very nice to see, and also very, very sturdy, very strong. I mean, you know, paracord, so this will last quite a while. And then on the inside, he attached his logo, or like, you know, branding. But I'll put a link below because it's not very readable like this. The only other thing I wanted to mention was you can see these crisscross lines running like this. Well, these are for adding vegetation. Now, vegetation is the general term when you want to camouflage something. As the sling stands, it's camouflaged, but you want to make it better, so you want to add vegetation so it looks like the surroundings. And that's what these slack lines are for, so you can attach vegetation on these lines all around. So in case you were wondering, that's what these lines are for. So again, all of this you can specify when you want your own sling. Do you want these slack lines? Do you want this color? What length? Do you want it to be adjustable? Because the sling can also be entirely this. That's something up to you. I wanted an adjustable one, so that's why it's this configuration, but it can also be entirely this configuration. Let's see, that is pretty much zip pulls, apparently those tiny ones are called, to make it easier opening. Sorry, I bumped the camera. To make your life opening stuff. So that's pretty much it. So just to lay it all out, these are our zip pulls. This is a bracelet he made from the surplus. And here we have our lovely sling. So for me, I have to say it's worth it. I can admire craftsmanship when I see it, and the also correctness of the whole interaction. I always joke about this aggressive marketing, but that's not true, of course. That's just a little bit of banter. So all around very trustworthy guy, and the product he makes is I'm very pleased, so I have nothing to comment about that. Yeah, I'm happy with what he made, and there's really, outside of that, not much to say. You saw the whole product, you saw it, the configuration. There's so many options that if you're interested, you're better off asking him. I just wanted to focus on the sling he made for me. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I wanted to thank Dagger Charlie for making the sling and for his correct interaction during the whole process. And I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a nice day or evening, depending on where you're watching from. If you have any questions regarding the product or any of the other videos you've seen, please just ask, and I will leave, as I said before, a link down below to his site in case you want to contact him. And that's pretty much it. I said all I could about the sling, because at the end of the day it's a sling, so I could rant about it all day long, maybe, probably, knowing myself. So take care, have a nice day or evening, and all the best, and thank you for your continued support. Bye.